There we go. Good afternoon, outliers. Apologize for my tardiness. I had something I had to finish up right now. I'm sure you can understand. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Hey, we got some cool stuff going on. Let me show you the first cool thing that's going on. We've been working on merch, and it's going to be down in the YouTube shelf, and it's going to be fun stuff, right? You are not obligated to buy it whatsoever, but it fosters a sense of community, right? I'm going to be wearing it. You're going to be wearing it. It's like we're on the same team. So I'm really stoked about that, actually. This is the first shirt that we've come up with. 10, 20, 50, the outlier trend template, as you know, on a shirt. I think that looks really sick. Just so y'all know, we'll probably have all these ready by the end of the week. And then I'm going to order myself a full set of all of it as, what is it called? Not demo. Let's go samples. Right, just make sure that I like the material, that I like the garment, that I like everything looks cool. And then we're going to release it to you guys so you can go nuts on it. So I think that's really fun. We got some other ones like we have a monkey hammer that's coming soon, right? We got all these things that are like inside jokes for us outliers that are going to be on some shirts. So I'm really stoked. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I apologize again for being late, ESAT. I'm trying here. Hello, everybody. Bjorn, Mikey Mike, Adam. Who else is here? Richard, I don't remember seeing you here before, but welcome, my friend. Glad you made it. Ross is here. Let's see if Bob made it. Bob has not made it, so we just have Ross so far. Thomas is here. Nathan, how you doing, my friend? Tommy. Donna, it's been a minute. Glad you made it. Donna is one of our long-time 10-minute stock traders. So for those of you who don't know, my company I started in 2017 was called 10minutestocktrader.com. The objective there was to be as much clickbaity as possible. And you know what? That was the whole deal, was trying to trade as fast as possible without having to be stuck in front of monitors all day. Donna goes way back. Brian, if he's on the line, was our very first customer, like our very first customer. So that was really cool. Donna goes way back. So glad to see you, Donna. Alan. Oh, I forgot to say. And to that point, Outlier bought 10minutestocktrader.com, which is why I'm here with you today. Christian, good to see you. Nico. Mikey Mike says, very cool. Good afternoon to you, Joe. Adam, man, I like a hat or a bucket hat. So this hat should be coming soon as well. I'm gonna do a little bit of modeling here, right? This cool hat should be available as well. I don't know if it's gonna be Under Armour branded whenever we get it over to you guys. This jacket hoodie thing, I love this, right? When you need a nice light jacket. Absolutely love this jacket. That should be coming soon too, hopefully. Catch him on the chat. Scottish guy. G'day. Leo goes way back as well. It's been a minute since I've seen you, Leo. Steven. Jean-Louise here. Richard. Yes, I'm new. Sign up this week, and it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure having you here, Richard. HQ fam. What's up? Pixel Mac. J Mac. What's up? Market's booming. ARM overvalued, and today Palantir way overvalued. We'll have to see about that. Yorn. M. Baker. Good afternoon, M. Baker. ESAT. What are your thoughts? I don't know. We'll get to it. Remind me though as we go. See lots of chat messages, of course. Sergey, I don't remember seeing you here before, but I'm super stoked that you made it today. Hey, Miraculous is here, dude. That's a sharp haircut. Adam, dope. Donna, always listen, but not always live. Oh, cool. Richard with this like yelling face. I see these in the comments every once in a while. I don't know what this is. Is this a meme? Is this like what was it called? People were putting I forget what it was. Like it was a whole thing that people were putting in his comments for everything for a minute. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Adam, replace Under Armour with only price pays. I like that. Leo, yeah, seeing cash since December. Yeah, me too. Dave, good to see you. All right, let's change gears. Let's get into it real quick. So I have two videos. The first one that I want to look at is from Jeremy. We actually covered this one already on the channel. There are some good points how this aged today that I wanted to bring up. So let's jump into this one first.
PayPal's reporting. Now, PayPal not as popular as Palantir, but is still fairly popular because you gotta understand, I'm up $81,000 on the stock now. PayPal was a stock a lot of people picked up in 2023 and 2024. Why did they do it? The reason is the valuation got too compelling in 2023, 2024. And so a lot of us started positions in either 2023 or 2024 and added those positions, right? And now we're sitting really pretty. And so now we're all just waiting. Now, here's the phenomenal thing in regards to PayPal. Let me show you this. Check this out. Low expectations for PayPal. The expectations is they only do $1.12 EPS for this quarter. That's a very low expectation, and $1.13 for the following quarter. Very low expectations. Then if you look at next quarter for revenue estimates, only 3% for the quarter they're about to report here. And then if you look at next quarter, 3.8%, the expectations are very low for PayPal. If I think about a company that is extremely well positioned to come in and exceed expectations here, it's PayPal. It would be very disheartening if for any reason PayPal missed these expectations. Okay, we should be looking at a headline on Tuesday after the bell. We should be looking at a headline that says PayPal beats earnings expectations and guides higher, something like that. That should be the headline. If the headline's PayPal.
All right. The most dangerous word in trading and investing. You know it. Put it in the chat. The most dangerous word. He just said it. He said it a couple times. The most dangerous word. Put it in the chat. The most dangerous word is should. The most dangerous word in all of trading investing is should. Oh, you got it. You guys got it. Yeah. Almost, Alan. It should. Right? It should, because the stock should do this. The stock should guide higher. Let's take a look at PayPal. PayPal down 12% today. Now, you can go back to the first time I watched this video, and I said, I don't know about this on PayPal. First, we had our 10, 20, 50 outlier trend template was pushing north, right? It was bullish. 10 over 20, price over the 50. But you know and I know that we got these big old purplish blue spots right here on the chart called order blocks. And I went through that and I said, these order blocks go back all the way to October and November of 2022. And when price comes up into these order blocks, these are large institutional orders who want to sell. They say, give me that. When it comes up here, I'm selling my shares, right? And they may have blocks of millions of shares, right? This one created in September. The first time price came up, rejected. The second time price came up, rejected, created a second order block. So it just got deeper. Price came back down. Third time, rejected, right? Years go by. Lots of trading goes by, whatever. We're already at 3 rejections. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make it 9. Make it 9 rejections. 3 triple stacked order blocks right there. And you're telling me your bullishes could be on PayPal? No way. Now, we do have a double order block down here where it might find support and it might bounce back up. But no way. This is what we call in the business. Hang on, let me find the slide for it. This is what we call a technical term for this. It's called being monkey hammered. Okay. This is what a monkey hammer looks like, right? In PayPal, it just got monkey hammered down 12%. So I'm not saying that, of course, it was going to happen this way. But what I am saying is you need to trade risk first, right? You can say should do this, should do that all you want. But the market's going to do what the market's going to do, right? You need to be completely objective, right? You need to be completely 100% objective on what is happening to the stock. And here I gave my analysis and I said, you know what? It can have a bullish trend template, but when it comes up into these order blocks, just watch out. Just get out of the way. All right. Let me catch up on the chat here. Scottish guy. We're going to be having 6 likes. I agree. Thank you for that. Richard, no, it's a symbol that I just found funny. Oh, okay, cool. Sean, I'm in the UK. We have no use for light jackets. I feel that, Sean. Dude, I was there last summer. We flew into Edinburgh. I mentioned this the other day, but we flew into Edinburgh, stayed there for a couple nights, went up to Inverness, did Loch Ness. That was cool. Went over to Skye. The worst roads in the entire world are on the Isle of Skye. It's not even close. They're one lane. This is so stupid. Okay, Scottish people, I love you to death, but your roads on Skye are the worst. It's literally one lane, sheep everywhere. Okay, sheep everywhere, one lane. And as cars are coming, there's like cutouts, right? They don't want to put 2 lanes in. They want to put a cutout every, 100, 200 yards, whatever. So you have to pull over while the other person passes you while you're like dodging sheep in the meantime. Like, it was ridiculous. Worst roads I've ever seen. But we went to the ferry pools. Those were cool. I enjoyed that. And then we came down to Glasgow and then we flew out. So yeah, that was a cool little Scottish trip up there. So Scottish guy, maybe you should invite me over sometime. That'd be great. But Nathan says, yeah, PayPal did get monkey hammered and should all these things. 1000X is a good one as well, right? Should. I predict the monkey hammer slide incoming. You nailed that one. Michael's here. Hey, I'm learning order blocks. Very cool. PayPal is really down. Hawkins knows. Hawkins, Indiana, maybe the upside down, right? Nico, why, for instance, do certain order blocks appear on the 5-minute chart, but not otherwise, right? So these charts do change, right? If I go to a 5-minute chart on PayPal, it's going to show different order blocks than if I'm on the daily chart. Hang on, this is taking a moment to load in. There we go. Right, because there's different levels. There's, different participants in this regard, I guess you could say. But absolutely still it works as support and resistance. So for sure. I always look at the daily charts. So that's just what I do. Scottish guy's laughing. He knows. Adam, what are your thoughts on MicroStrategy and CMG? Remind me in a little bit and we can cover those. Sean's laughing as well. ESAT. MicroStrategy feeds from Bitcoin. Okay, so there's your PayPal, right? There's your PayPal. Now the next one gets even worse. The next one gets even worse. Let me skip over to this. And listen, this is no direct personal attack on Jeremy. We have fundamentally very different styles here. But these long-term expectations that you've got, right? Listen, I wouldn't buy PayPal with your money. That's how much I don't like it. Okay. So let's look at the next one. This is Estee Lauder.
Now, this is no Palantir, AMD. It's Estee Lauder, EL, beauty company, makeup company. They're reporting Tuesday morning. Now, here's the thing with Estee Lauder. You want to talk about a dog stock that's been kicked for the last several years. That's Estee Lauder. Now, there has started to become some momentum starting to come into the stock, right? Suddenly I'm up 14% on it. It's starting to show strength. But here's the thing with Estee Lauder. Because the brands are so loved, and actually Wall Street does love this stock. They just haven't loved it the last couple of years. But if you look prior to the past couple of years, this was a loved stock on Wall Street. If they come in and just report a decent earnings with a decent conference call, the stock is primed for an insane move to the upside. Because the stock has been, you got to remember, Estee Lauder used to be a $300 plus stock. And they still own all the great brands they have. It's just the numbers haven't been great the last couple of years. So it's an $83 stock. All they have to do is come in with a halfway decent earnings and conference call. And I'm telling you, the stock is.
Here he goes. Pay attention to what he's about to say.
And they still own all the great brands they have. It's just the numbers haven't been great the last couple of years. So it's an $83 stock. All they have to do is come in with a halfway decent earnings and conference call. And I'm telling you, the stock is going to rip to the upside. And you'd be looking at a Tuesday to Friday move of potentially 25 to 35%. I'm not talking small. We're talking 25 to 35% upside from Tuesday to Friday. If they just come in with a decent earnings and conference.
Well, that didn't age so well, did it? Estee Lauder's down 16%. Came up into this order block. Even with a bullish trend, you don't know what's going to happen with earnings. And to say a stock should go up 25% or something, like that right there is why I really preach on do not give yourself price targets. Okay. Now let's follow this thought through. Why would I say not give yourself price targets? Because let's say we set a Estee Lauder price target of, he said 25 to 35%. Let's throw it at 30%. Okay. So that puts us roughly around $105-ish, 105, 107. If this is your price target, and it should go up, are you holding that? Down 16% today. Are you holding that? Are you holding it until it gets up 25 to 35%? Well, as I was alluding to just a little bit ago, with my eyebrows and multitude of forehead wrinkles, when a stock has been beat up like this, right, you can see all these overhead order blocks. Like, people want out of Estee Lauder. They want out. They desperately want out. Now, it did find a bottom, and it did absolutely start a new trend template. But then this order block was built, leading right into earnings. What does that get you? Get you monkey hammer time is what that is, right? Absolutely monkey hammer time. So to say a stock should go up, you know, X percent, a stock should go up to $100, right? That's not trading risk first. Not at all. That's trading hopes and dreams first. That's hoping and praying that your analysis, which means nothing. I keep going back to this because it's so true. Jeremy could have had the best analysis in the world. But now, when he's sitting on a 16% loss in one day, does that mean his price target is never going to materialize? Does that mean he's planning to hold it for another 2 extra years to figure that out, right? Mikey Mike says, I should be king. Right? Price targets get you into trouble. Price targets get into a lot of trouble. And both of these monkey hammers could have been avoided by following this very simple 2-question setup here. Is the trade already profitable? Let's say, for example, it was on both of them. Absolutely. Does the expected move break the trend line? Well, on both of these, they were so close to the 10 moving average, the blue line, that it's unlikely that it would have shown the expected move to not break the trend line. Like, I'm very convinced that it would. I can't check it now, right? The price has already changed, so I can't check it now. But most likely, both of those would have broken that trend line on the expected move, and they blew out their expected moves. Now, another stock that blew out its expected moves was Palantir, right? This was the expected move right here, and just like rocket ships higher, right? Moon emojis. Now, I'll tell you, if you're a Palantir shareholder, this is what you want to see. There's two things that could happen. It could be like IBM. This is a gap and go. You want to see gaps and goes, okay? IBM gapped up. How much did IBM gap up? 12, 13-ish percent. That's what you want, right? And it's continuing higher, okay? What you don't want is something like, you know, where it gaps up. I don't have an example offhand, but it absolutely happens, and you know it's happened. You've traded those as well. You and I know you have, where it's gone up and it's gapped and crapped, right? Give it 3 candles to figure out if this is going to work out before you get too excited into a stock. So I hate to say that I could have predicted this, because I didn't have a horse in this race. But following the rules that we go over every day, following the rules that was taught to me by Market Wizards, would have kept Jeremy and anyone else out of getting monkey hammer double time, right? A double monkey hammer. Now, Palantir, you would have missed out on that had you followed my rules. And that happens, right? That happens. But for every one Palantir, you're going to have, 2 of these that go the opposite direction. So it's all good, my friends. Now let's spend some time going through charts. I know we had several chart requests in the chat, so drop them in again. We won't do any more on the video. We won't rank that video today either. But real quick, let me introduce myself. I'm just some random guy on the internet, right? There we go. My name is Christopher Yu. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I was mentored by 5 of the Market Wizards, the best traders of all time. I've been successfully trading since 2009, and this is where we save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. But before we start trading, we already got into the lesson of the day. Don't worry about that. The only price pays. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And let's go to the member highlight where while you're typing those stocks in the chat there. Let's go to the member highlight. So I really have to commend our friend Mikey Mike, who is in the chat as Leader Motorcycle. Where's that guy at? I'm looking for him. I know he's there. Hang on. I know he's here. Daggum, this is taking far too long. There he is. This is Mikey Mike, Leader Motorcycle. So Mikey Mike put this post out there. He just said nope. Right. Now, I knew what he was talking about. I knew exactly what he was talking about as soon as he said nope and showing this chart. Now, to you, I want you to really conceptualize what this means. If a rising tide lifts all ships, a falling tide shows who's swimming naked. Okay? And with risk-first trading, you need to really realize that as the market is starting to push out, as the tide is starting to go out, the price of the market may not reflect what's actually happening underneath. Okay. Now, this is a chart of market breadth, and inside of Outlier, you just click the market breadth button, and you're going to see the same thing that I see right here. Give it a moment to load, and you can even change the market breadth for all the different sectors, which I love to do. Whenever I'm trading, I want to make sure my market breadth for the sectors are looking bullish as well. But looking at these charts, right, this shows you how many stocks are getting buy signals. Right? If it's at 100, that means every single stock that we cover has a buy signal. If it's at 0, every single stock has a sell signal. When it reaches a high that I actually created this indicator. I'm pretty proud of it. When it gets over 75%, you could feel that the market or the sector is overbought. And I'm okay with that, right? I'm okay with it being overbought. Hear me out. There's logic to this. I'm okay with it being overbought as long as it continues to be overbought, right? As long as you've got participants clamoring, saying, I want to buy this stock. I want to buy this stock. And we get more and more buy signals. The moment it peaks over 75% and starts coming back down, that's my cue. Exit the market, sell everything. And it's even in my rules. I'll show you my rules right here. Is it here? If over 75% or under 25, when it changes direction, halt trading. Do not put on new trades. Now, why? I mentioned this the other day. But imagine that the market itself, the price of the market, which is market cap weighted. So big names like Nvidia, big names like Apple. In fact, let's go look at it real quick. Big names like Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft. Those guys have a much larger impact than all little guys, right? Like Pepsi, Coke, XOM, Merck, Berkshire Hathaway, JP Morgan, right? And they can disconnect. They can disconnect for a while, right? The market can show that it's going higher, yet breadth is getting weaker and weaker and weaker. That's what we see here, right? If we look at the 1 week performance, let's take a look at this, right? You can see that it's kind of a mixed bag. We've got some really bright reds, some really bright greens, but other than those big names, it's, I don't know, it's about 50-50. But what the market breadth is telling you is that we're getting more and more sell signals come through. And why would that be? Because we've peaked on the amount of buy signals, right? If all the buyers have stepped in, right? If everybody's buying, let's go back to this cartoon. This cartoon is so useful. This is investor trader psychology in a nutshell. If everybody's buying, right? What's left for them to do? Once all the buyers have come in, what's left to do? Is start selling. So the market breadth tells you which direction the market internals are going. So for Mikey Mike to pick that up and say in one word, nope, I knew exactly what that dude meant. And you should too. You should too. You're following along. You're smart enough, right? You can see everything that we see. And so I was really stoked. I said, Mikey, I am so proud of you. The concept of market breadth is so advanced. I would venture 99% of traders and investors have honestly no idea how important it is. The fact that you're so new to the market yet understand how important this is monumental. I never even grasped it until I worked directly with Mark Minervini. And he would say, what you want to see is market breadth and market trend going together because it makes trading so much. You don't even know, right? I want you to do some homework over the weekend. All right, I know it's Tuesday, but I'm assigning you some homework. It's due next Monday. I want you to go and look at all of your trades. I assume you keep up with your trades. If you want to be a successful trader, you need to keep up with all your trades. I want you to go look at all of your trades over the last couple of years. And then I want you to look at the market breadth during those times. Okay. Was the market breadth going up? Was the market breadth going down? And now I like to throw an EMA on it, exponential moving average, so you can see where the trends are changing, right? I want you to take a look at that. And I would venture to say that you probably have a significantly higher win rate during the times when the market breadth and the market trend are both pushing in the same direction, whether it be up or down. I would venture to say that your win rate, I mean, my win rate, it's over 80%, nearly 90% during that time. So why would I trade otherwise? Why would I trade otherwise when I can just sit in cash and let the market do what it's going to do, let the waves go up and let the waves come down. And when the waves finally get in sync, then I go in. I mean, there's no reason to push it otherwise, in my opinion. So yeah, that is a huge win by Mikey Mike to know that. So outstanding work from Mikey Mike. Let's go back to the slides here. Outstanding work by Mikey Mike. So, of course, be sure to share your stories in the Discord, right? I'm seeing lots and lots of people talking about share their big wins, which is super cool. So congratulations on those. We are absolutely doing everything we can to deliver you the best experience possible with OVTLYR. So share your stories in the Discord and tell everybody you know about OVTLYR, and hit the like button too. Now back to trading in the OVTLYR trading room. So real quick, what is OVTLYR and how does it work? Well, Uncle Warren used to say, be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. OVTLYR shows you if investors are acting irrationally fearful or greedy, and by how much, allowing you to get into the stock before the OVTLYR move happens. Now, you can get into the OVTLYR annual pass. We did extend this to February 14th, so you still have a couple days to get the 82 cents a day offer. Save 64%. If you already have a monthly trial, just hit us up over at support@OVTLYR.com, and you can make that upgrade super easy. Now, my style of trading, I call the golden ticket trading strategy, because only price pays. I want to see the 10 over the 20 and price over the 50 in the market, and that is the OVTLYR trend template that we always talk about. And the market, we have the 10 over the 20, prices over the 50. Now, yesterday I said this is a big, big thing. This is a big no-no to me. If price closes under the 20, even if everything I have that is rock and rolling and making money, that is a close everything signal. Close everything signal until it gets back over the 10. Because that means that the market is really struggling. If it can't close over the 20 period moving average, that means the market is struggling. So I don't think we're heading to new highs anytime soon. With market breadth evaporating, the market trend closing under the 20, I think it's only a moment before we start seeing this. Now, I'm not saying I'm not calling for a crash, but what I'm saying is I don't see a lot of bullish factors coming through. Let me catch up on the chat though. We need an animated monkey hammer with an overlay, like it's monkey hammer time. That'd be cool. That would be super cool. Palantir was and is good stuff, but I'm still not sure about getting into that. That Chris voice in my head is pretty loud right now. I wouldn't get into Palantir right now. Right? Yes. Is it in a bullish trend? Absolutely. Was it in a bullish trend? For sure. Right? Because it's so far away from, in my opinion, an exit signal. I don't want to remove everything. Hang on. Remove all segments. Yes. It's so far away from a 10 EMA. It's nearly 20 percentage points away from the 10 EMA. Yeah, I'm not interested in that. No way. Sean says, yes. Rodrigo wants to look at SoFi. So SoFi was a great example, right? We followed SoFi closely. And those SoFi bro channels, they've gone real quiet. Those SoFi bro channels have gone real quiet since then. And, you can go back, you can watch the videos. And I was saying, you know what? During this time, I said the trend is bearish, right? You've got your 10 under the 20, price under the 50. The trend turned around, because trends do that. I don't know if you know that, but I'm not calling for ever it to be bearish, but trends do turn around. And very quickly, we had a bullish trend established. And I said, this is what I want to see, but it can run up into that order block. When it runs up into the order block, the first one here, not even the second one that I created, when it runs up into the order block, that's an exit signal to me. When I see it go up into it, I take my profits and I get out. Now, earnings happened and it's down bigly, right? Let's go from this high to today, down 17.5%. That's pretty rough. I am not bullish at all on SoFi. I mean, you're about to have the 10-20 cross down. Price is still over the 50, so this is technically a sideways trend. Oh, look at that, a sideways trend. But you've got a double overhead order block right here, which is not bullish whatsoever. But you do have a little bit of an order block down below here. So I wouldn't be surprised if it bounced between 1475-ish and 18 for a while. That's just what I see. Joe Love, GDYN has a new buy signal. Appears to be in an uptrend. Is this trade into earnings next week? Let's check it out. So GDYN. Ooh. All right. So Mark, he would love this. Minervini, right? This is, someone call this a cup and handle. I don't know. I don't do chart patterns so much, but this is the kind of stuff you absolutely do want to see, right? You want to see a stock that has been strong, had somewhat of a sell-off for whatever reason, and then continues to be strong again. That's awesome. You do have the 10 over the 20, price over the 50. You've got a double under over order block here, which is going to provide lots of support to push it up. Now, we do have earnings, it looks like in 11 days. I love to trade trades running up into earnings. I love to trade stocks that are running up into earnings like this. So I like it, actually. I like it a lot. But market breadth concerns me. Market breadth concerns me. So therefore, I wouldn't trade it. But dude, like this setup is pretty legit. ESAT, Palantir has a 90 fair value. Well, actually, if you ask me, Palantir has a $103.28 fair value. Fair value is what you can get for it. And as of right now, somebody's buying it and somebody's selling it at $103.28. Brian, hey dude, where's your blazer? It's over there. Anyway, got time for blazers. All right. Adam asked for MicroStrategy and Chipotle. So let's look at those. MSTR. And thank you for putting those back in the chat. Okay. So MicroStrategy, 10 under the 20, prices right above the 50 right now. You've got a sideways trend. And look, 10 under 20, price over the 50. Look, it just, the trend template works because it's math. Okay. It's just math. But you're inside of an order block right now. You've got one right above it. And then you've got a biggie right up here. I'm not bullish on this at all. It's got earnings tomorrow. I don't know where earnings could take it, right? It could absolutely blow out earnings or like Palantir, or it could get monkey hammered into Thursday like PayPal did. So this is one I wouldn't buy with your money. I like to say that. I wouldn't buy this with your money. And then CMG. Chipotle, 10 under the 20, price under the 50. That's a bearish trend. If it does break through, it's got an overhead resistance around $62 here. They must have had a share split. I remember Chipotle being like one of those humongous stocks, like multi-thousands of dollars. It did find a bottom, but it hasn't quite got there yet. It looks like earnings maybe after the bell today. So it could go either direction. It could go either direction. But as of right now, this is a bearish trend. Robin Hood, Simon. So that is, what is it? RHD? No, RHOD. What's Robin Hood? It's just Hood. Yeah, that's right. Ooh, now that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. That's a very beautiful 10, 20, 50 pushing north. No order blocks in the way. Coming up into earnings. That's a gorgeous one. I like that a lot. Christian says Zillow. Zillow is just a Z, I believe. Yes. You got some order block city right here. You got a double order block city right here. Now it is pushing really strong today. If, and Christian, this is a big if it can close around 85.10-ish, these order blocks disappear, you got clear skies for a while. I don't know if it's going to make it there today, which to me is an exit signal, right? Running up into order blocks are exit signals. But I mean, if it can close over it, green lights. Keith, let's look at hymns. A lot of people have asked for hymns lately. What's going on with hymns? Ooh. Yeah, legit. Oh, that's beautiful. 10, 20, 50. No order blocks in the way. It looks like it could be new 52-week or maybe even all-time highs. Yeah, that's a gorgeous one. I like hymns. I like hymns. Ain't it? 10, 20s cross down. Price is currently over the 50. That's a sideways trend. You did find some support down here near this order block. Coming into earnings, it doesn't look all that beautiful. I really don't see it coming right back up to 32. So clearly a huge catalyst came through. Maybe that was the DeepSeek, whatever it's called. DeepSeek? I don't know. The Chinese AI thing. That might have impacted that. But yeah, this one is not looking all that wonderful. He's? Went from hymns to he's? Whoa, what happened here? Was that an earnings? I don't know what the heck happened here. So it went from 43 to 90 overnight, 100% move overnight. I mean, because of it being such a crazy move like that, it's going to take a while even for the moving averages to catch up. But as you can see, it's been going sideways since then. No, earnings are coming up soon. clearly something giant happened. I would be if it were me, I would be sitting on my profits and not in this one anymore. ESET, MicroStrategy, just Google it. MSTR is a day trading stock, hit and run. Okay, gotcha. William says Vert. William, I don't remember seeing you here before, but my dude, I am so glad you made it. Oof, I don't like this one. 10, 20, 50 cross down. You've got everything under the 50-period moving average. I don't see this one being a beautiful play at all. Sorry, dude. And that's the thing, right? You and I know, I'm not talking specifically to William, I'm talking to everybody on the line here. You and I know what I'm going to say. I would bet you know exactly what I'm going to say before I say it. You know. And that's because you can look at things objectively, right? We can all get emotionally tied into a stock, but that doesn't help us, right? Not at all. ASML from Alan. 10, 20, 50 is bullish-ish. I mean, it's really flat right here. This one is just a pogo stick lately. Earnings are out for a while. I don't know. This is not one I would like to own. Reset. Dude, as we just talked about, the current value of VRT is 111.78. That's what the value is. That's where the market is. Your golden ticket's the best. Awesome lessons here. You're welcome. Coach B, Chris, would you compare the weekly RSI of SPY to market breadth? Weekly RSI. I can look at the weekly RSI. I don't look at RSI, but I'll be glad to. Let's take a look. Let's make this more bigger. I need to add RSI. Relative strength index. Okay. And then if we're going to compare that to breadth, let's do a side by side. This is going to get ugly for a minute. Hang on. Okay. So if we're looking at RSI versus breadth, they're really not even in the same ballpark. You can see RSI, what date was this? January 27th. RSI being in the 50s, like halfway. Whereas market breadth had already peaked and started to come back down. Market breadth is actually, RSI is actually showing some gains right here. So that's a really good question. I'm glad you brought that up. I've never explored those two together, and it doesn't look like they have much of a correlation there. Joseph, I sold all my Uber shares. I feel the market's getting way too picky. Let's look at Uber. All right, so if we look at Uber, check out this RSI. So what's going to happen with Uber today is if it closes above this order block around 69.66, that will disappear. But you're not out of the woods just yet. It is right above here. Once again, at 70.74, another order block has come through. And leading up into earnings, this could be another monkey hammer situation. This is reminiscent to me of SoFi. This is really reminiscent to me of SoFi. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I would be looking for risk first here. And I'd be taking I would be very grateful to get past this order block, and I would be going to cash. Kind of like what you're saying. Keith, we already looked at HIMS. We need those order blocks. We do. I know Mahesh and Mark are seeing if we can integrate those into OVTLYR, because that would make, I mean, if we had order blocks in here, I'd never need to go into any other platform. It's just a fact. Rodrigo, we already looked. Did we look at SoFi? Yeah, we looked at SoFi. You guys have phone apps and desktop. Mahesh says, we do have a plan for phone apps in Q2. Thanks, Mahesh. Does it run on a browser? For sure. Donkey Kong. Oh, I saw somebody saying a gorilla order block. I'm sorry, I skipped over that one. Or a gorilla hammer. Scottish guy. Got out of Palantir today. SoFi. Nope. Thank you, Mahesh. ESAT. Thank you, Mahesh. Rick Bryany. I was looking through Yum yesterday. Let's look at Yum. Now, Rick, I know you know what I'm going to say here. I don't know what it's going to be, but I know you know. All right, we have the 10, 20, 50 crossed up bullishly. We are running up into earnings. So this is a play where most likely, depends on when you got in, you're already profitable. But considering it's on the edge, right on the edge of getting that bullish trend template, I wouldn't be interested in this one. And then this is like 4 order blocks up here. Like, holy moly, everybody, when it gets up into this area, there is going to be selling like you've never seen. In fact, let's go back. Let's do a history lesson here. I don't know. Yum Brands is actually right around the corner from me. The headquarters of that, but I don't know. I don't really follow it. So April 23rd, this order block was created. First time it came in, rejected, created a second order block. Second time it came in, rejected again. Third time, rejected on this candle right here. Fourth time, rejected, created a third order block and a fourth order block. Fifth time, rejected. Sixth time, rejected, created a fifth order block. I think we're at, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a whole bunch of rejections. So tell me order blocks don't work. Go ahead. I dare you. I dare you. Thank you, Chris and ESAT. You're welcome. Cedric, nice to see you. Give a positive earnings this week. Will not change the market sentiment. What do you feel market sentiment is right now? Let's jump into Outlier. Let's look at the SPY. Let's get an idea of what market sentiment is today. While that loads in. Lots of chats. Lots of chats. All right, cool. So the way that I'm looking at this market sentiment right now is the market's getting a little bit greedy, right? It's not in the same sort of greed that we had mid-December. So it goes from 0 to 50. Mid-December, it was around G28. Currently, right now, it's around G12. But I will tell you, it looks like it's peaking, right? In fact, it went from G9, 10, 12, 12 again. Okay, when I see a duplicate value on the heat map, that's an exit signal to me. That could suggest a short-term pop on the greed. Okay, now let's go into the constituent map. So constituent map is this right here. So this is how many stocks are showing to be bullish. I'm sorry, are showing to be greedy versus how many stocks are showing to be fearful at any one point in time. And then what we did was we mapped this out over time. This is a new enhancement. And now you can click it and it'll change when you click it and not bounce around all the time. So that was a new enhancement that Mahesh just pushed through. And then even the constituents here, right, of the 500 stocks that are making up the market, it looks like they may have started to peak as well. But to me, dude, market sentiment is waning. And that's also reflective in the fact that we just crossed under, we closed under the 20 period moving average right here. It looks like we're going to close over the 10 again today. Dude, like, no, I'm starting to get, I wouldn't say I'm getting really bearish. I'm saying I am ready to continue holding cash. That's going to have to be everything for me today. I know we could do this all day. Mahesh says, big updates for charts coming in a few weeks. Big upgrade from current charts. We'll update next week on the timeline around when the new charts go live. Yeah, we're pushing some major updates for you guys. Like, as you know, you're in the Discord. We are constantly making upgrades to Outlier. We want to make sure that this is the best experience that you've ever had, right? So no trade set up for me today, but no worries. Be sure to tell me what you're trading in the chat. And of course, come back tomorrow where we'll help you save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. Now, YouTube's going to click a couple recommended videos. I recommend you click one of them, and I recommend you have a fantastic day. We'll talk soon.